Hey, what's up, DORs? Mike Boers with the Mike Boers channel. Thank you for watching. Today I am honored to be working on my dad's 1987 Gravely riding mower. It is the Professional 18G with the Magnum 18 Kohler engine. In today's video, the step-by-step process on how to properly and safely replace your fuel tank gauge. And you might be thinking, well, it's as easy as just unscrewing the old one, removing it, and installing the new one. However, we want to show you something important, something that actually happened to my dad's fuel gauge that is affecting the overall performance of the engine operation. Let's take a look. All right, DIYers, we are at my parents', and again in front of us, my dad's 1987 Gravely Professional 18G. It's got that M18 or 18 horsepower Kohler engine on the back. The engine is not up front inside that area. Again, it's in the back, and inside that compartment, which we will open here shortly, is our battery, our fuel tank, the fuel gauge that we are going to replace, as well as the electrical wiring, the starter relay, ignition switch, hydraulic pump, and more. Coming up again, no engine inside here. It is on the rear, and we will start at the very front. We've got our headlights. We've got our newly replaced battery. Down below in the comments and description will be a link on how to properly and safely replace your battery, as well as a link on where to purchase this. We needed a very specific battery because of these mounting plates down below. They needed that portion of the battery case to grab a hold of. And our fuel tank. And there it is. The badly damaged or cracked and needing to be replaced fuel gauge. Additional items, hydraulic reservoir, hoses, ignition switch, relay, and Hobbs. 1987, it has 2,107.6 hours and still running good. However, here's what I want to point out. Hear that? That is a hissing or whistle sound, and that is coming out of that center slit or crack. And unfortunately, because of that, the fuel system is not 100% efficiently pressurizing as the engine is running. And let's open up or raise the back cover where the seat is. I want to show you the additional fuel hoses, fuel filter, fuel pump, and into the carburetor. Take a step back and a view of the entire tractor as a whole in this configuration. And again, the Kohler Magnum 18 or 18 horsepower engine is on the rear. Down below in the comments and description, several helpful video links of replacing parts, which include your grass screen, your internal flywheel fan blade, your ignition coil or module, your plugs, wires, regulator, air filter, oil change, and more. However, to the side, as you see, fuel hose comes basically out of the bottom portion of that tank up front in that front compartment, and feeds right here to the fuel filter. And as you can see, the fuel filter has an arrow and it points in the flow, and a little bit of fuel down inside there. Continues on through the additional hose, makes its way back to what's called the fuel pump. And that is the OEM from 1987, never been replaced, still up and operational and working good. And covered with a bunch of grime. And I bet if we remove all that, it is gloss red under there. However, on the opposite side, there's an additional hose, as you see, and that feeds under and into the carburetor right inside there. As you see, you can see the linkage, and that large lever is our choke, and up top is additional linkage and adjustment screws, again, for the carburetor. So DIY is very important in the event that you have a crack in your fuel gauge, or it's just not sealing. Replace it to alleviate air getting into the fuel system, and again, not allowing the fuel system to properly pressurize. Your engine performance will degrade because of that. Camera now positioned, I've got the shop towel in place, and again, you can hear that hissing or whistling. Not good. Carefully unscrew it counterclockwise, and you just need to pull it up, and there it is. Dry it off so it doesn't leak everywhere, and I will go set this in a safe location. And again, there is a close-up view of it. At this point, I've grabbed a tape measure, and again, referencing the old fuel gauge just pulled out of the tank, and it's very important to ensure you buy the proper OEM or at least aftermarket same length And in our case, top to bottom, 13 3/4, just shy of 14 inches. Let's go grab the brand new fuel gauge. Now to a close-up view of the old on the left and the new on the right, the float and mechanism. And what a difference. Look at that. Upgrade. Now to a close-up view of the old on the left and new on the right. What a difference, right? Let's get this one installed. Coming around to the opposite side, to a closer view of the newly installed fuel gauge, as you see right there. Not a full tank, but that's okay. More importantly, no more whistling. How awesome is that? What I will do now is start the engine and see how she runs with the newly installed fuel gauge. Alright DIYers, I went ahead and shut the engine down, and that's it. That's how you replace your fuel gauge. And again, down below in the comments and description will be several video links on replacing so many parts on this tractor, as well as links on where to purchase replacement parts, so definitely check those out. Again, we hope this helps. Do us a favor, below the video you will see that thumbs up icon. Click on that, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Definitely ring your YouTube bell. That would be very helpful to us. We would really appreciate it. Thanks again for watching, and we hope to see you at other videos where we can continue helping you with your DIY repair projects.